call Eugenie Sage.
Mr Chair, thank you. This will be a relatively short call on the New Zealand Horticulture Bill, which the Green Party is supporting, and would also, like the previous speaker, welcome a bit more explanation from the Minister about why this SOP is arising at this stage, whether it was the result of a genuine misunderstanding in Select Committee, but it looks reasonable at first glance. The Green Party is supporting this bill because, like many others, we recognise the huge potential for increasing the value of our horticultural crops by doing more around marketing. And I was fortunate enough to be on the Speaker's delegation to China recently, and in Yunnan we visited a Dutch horticulturalist company that had huge glasshouses growing millions of orchids each year for on-growing both in China, in Europe and in New Zealand. And the Dutch director of this company happened to be in Kunming at the time, and he said in his presentation that his dream for his company was to do a zespri and develop a brand that was as appreciated by consumers around the world as zespri. And I think zespri is obviously recognised here as being a major success story because of that decision back in 1997 by New Zealand growers to unite the export and marketing of kiwi fruit under one brand and develop the success of that brand through a lot of innovation, a lot of research and a lot of development, but that sort of single desk marketing approach. And that is why this bill is a good one, because it is a major step to making available for our fruit and vegetable sector and for more groups within that sector the ability to do much more sophisticated marketing strategies to ensure that through the licensing system which the Horticulture Export Authority manages and oversees, that there are controls and standards around produce which is exported which work to actually protect the reputation of our horticultural products overseas. And we've seen a major growth in horticultural produce and its value in the export sector in the last few years, and it is surprising given the government's business growth agenda and the goal in that of doubling the value of primary sector exports that the government has not moved faster with this bill, that it has taken 5 years, and for the last 5 years the Horticulture Export Authority has had annual reports where they have asked about the progress on the bill and called for it to be passed. The government hasn't given it a greater priority. But it is a useful step with this multi-tiered marketing system that it will implement, with the increase in the offence provisions if you don't export under a licence, and with the greater sharing of information between the authority and MPI and customs. I won't hold up the progress of the bill any longer. The Green Party supports the bill.
Members.